Okay. Everybody knows it. So, all right, people. Welcome to local platform number 8. I welcome you all, those who are here live, those who are joining us online. So, honestly, this is a great thing. You ready? This is officially like the start of the end of my mandate, of the 2 years spent in this section, rebuilding everything, onboarding new people, and I see many people who have joined recently, and I see them already going for the positions of coordinators. So some of our sections are already going for national level, which is incredibly great. So it very much puts into perspective from where we started, with only 4 people in the section, and building everything up. Like this, these past 2 years were full of crisis management of doing the next, fixing the next thing, then fixing the next thing, fixing the next thing. And after those 2 years, I finally can say that we're done doing the crisis management, fixing things, rebuilding things. We finally built the foundation for this section, for the next teams to go even further, make further steps. And I would say my last words to everybody who's here, who's online. As the person who's been dedicated for years to this section, never be afraid of taking responsibility, of taking that step. Sometimes it looks like it's something like big monster that is gonna consume you and you're not gonna be able to do anything in your life. But in those hard times, you learn a lot of things. You improve yourself, you grow as a person, you grow as a professional. And what I'm always happy to do when people join me in ESN. ESN is a great start for starting your career. It's a good first step. You're learning how to work in your team, learning how to be responsible for the project, be responsible for your committee and the action goals. So what I'm saying is I wish everybody, the new team, the new members, the members who are leading the section, members are going to national level, some may go to international level, hopefully someday. So I wish all of you good luck. I feel incredibly happy and incredibly honored to have so many amazing people in my team to join me, not only in the section, but also the friends in the bars and just the leisure time. And I'm hoping and I'm wishing and I hope all of you, regardless if you stay in the section, regardless if you leave the section, you all stay connected, you all stay like friends, you meet up with each other, and that is my greatest wish after the ESN. So yeah, thank you very much. And officially announce the local platform number 8 of ESN Vilnius University open. Thank you. And now the words to our dear chair team.
Okay, so thank you guys for inviting us, and I will introduce myself. My name is Johnny,
and my name is Mohammed.
so today we're gonna be chairing your local assembly number 8. So to a bit go through the regulation of the game, you have the right to ask any question anyone, even if you're from another section. The right to vote and propose is only from the people from the section, the active members, ESNers. Speaker list, guys, please raise your hand and ask question, and before you ask question, mention your name and your position so I can write it down with Muhammad. Before speaking, think of your question. If it's relevant, raise one hand completely and keep it raised until your name is added to the speaker list. And speaking only when it's your turn. CT will let you know that. Before speaking, state your name and the position, as I mentioned before. You have 2 questions, comment per 1 speaker's list allocation. Be short and precise. Do not repeat what have been already said. If it's already said, just say covered, okay? Procedure during question, you always raise one finger. Reaction, 2 fingers. And silence, we all raise our hand like this. I think you're all familiar with it. Okay. So who runs the local assembly? Chairing team as scrutinizer. So chairing team, main chair. My name, Johnny, and Muhammad, secretary. Scrutinizer, we have Iram. So, yep. Now, voting. We're gonna do first the quorum check. Please say present if you're here, or just do any noise so I can know that you're here. Okay. So I'm gonna start. Amir. Okay. Andreas Tankunote. Apologize, guys, for my accent. Okay.
The people on live stream, tell them to comment their name.
Guys, please, the people online, can you say anything so I can know that you're online?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna repeat. Amir. Okay. Andreas Tankunaite.
Check the comments of the YouTube stream.
No, she is not present.
Arturas.
Here.
Oshrine Vili Maitite.
Yeah.
Perfect. Oishtie Leonate.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Aslan. Daria Babroshkete. Daria Babroshkete, if you're hearing us, please any reaction, comment on YouTube, whatever, on the stream.
No reactions.
Okay. Darius David.
Yeah, present.
Okay. Dovie Mikniote. Dovie Mikniote. If you're hearing us, any reaction? Okay. Emily. Okay. Evelina Yoshiote. Gabia Yoniotie. Okay. Gabrielos. Greta Miglinete. Okay. Greta Verbalite. Geva Jodbeite. Okay. Jonas Zilinskas.
Present.
Okay. Jurga.
Present.
Camille Lyutvinete. Camille, if you're hearing us, any reaction? Okay. Katarina. Katarina, if you're hearing us, any reaction? Okay. Katrina Burkos-Vekite. Leah Aishkute. Lucia Maquera Lopez.
She's in the comments.
She's present.
Okay.
For Katrina, is she here?
Katrina, yeah, she's here.
Also, Daria is here.
Daria. Okay, remove Daria then. Luke, here. Alexandra. Roberta. Roberta Stankute. Tatiana. Tatiana, Roberta, if any of you are hearing us on live stream.
Tatiana is here.
Okay, perfect. Ugne.
Here.
Okay, and then there is another Ugne.
She's not present.
Okay, and then there is a third Ugne. Ugne Ushavishiote. Okay, and Vika. Okay. So how many do we have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
based on the list, you're 31.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, almost.
okay.
Some guys should write their names in the comments. I'm writing them that they have
Just I
rights.
want to
They're
do
present,
a
but
double check.
I don't know why, but they didn't write their names.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect. So we move to the other part of the local. Okay. So the approval of the scrutinizer. Are you doing the voting rules? Okay. So the voting rules first. Okay. So the quorum is met if more than 50% of the members of ESN Vilnius University are present or represented. Voting is valid if more than 50% of the members of ESN Vilnius University are also present or represented. Decisions are made unless otherwise stated by a simple majority. And majority, simple majority, voting option with the highest percentage of the cast votes is winning in any case. Abstain are not counted. Absolute majority, vote option which reached more than 50% of cast votes is winning. Two-thirds absolute majority, vote option which reached two-thirds of the vote cast is winning. So now the quorum check, we've done it. Now I would like to know from you, are you going to attend ESN Vilnius University 30th birthday in 2033?
That was supposed to be the quorum check, but we
Okay.
checked.
Sorry guys.
That's fine.
Do you approve? Okay, Povias is not here, we said. Okay, so do you approve Irem as scrutinizer of local assembly 8? If any objection, please raise your hands. If any objections, you can comment on the live video. Okay, so Irem is the scrutinizer for the local assembly. Do you approve? Okay, do you approve Johnny Haj and Muhammad Al-Khalaf as the chairing team of local assembly 8? If you have any objection, let us know. In case of any objection, please comment or raise your hand. Okay, so the chairing team is approved. Do you approve the agenda of local assembly 8? In case of objection, please raise your hand. Okay, so the agenda is approved. Okay, and yeah, just secret voting, I think they should. Okay, so now it's time for the annual report. Please, I would like to ask the board to come and the coordinator to present their annual report.
Just president report. One, two. Okay, so
I guess we will do like this because then the stream won't show this.
okay, no worries. All right.
Just, Arturo,
Yeah.
we have 7.5 minutes per annual.
Okay,
per
yeah, of
report.
course. All right, going forward then. Any reports of the president for the year of 2023-2024? I would like to start with the presentation with a little bit of a throwback to where it began. If we go to the next slide, please. Yeah, so this is kind of, you can see the first boarding coordinator meeting when I just was projects coordinator. It was my start of my journey. You can see the old president, vice president, the PR, Abhishek, who was the events, coordinator was social impact. So yeah, it's kind of like we started small, and then the next year I became the president. So 2 years of that. So right now, let's go to the next slide. I'm gonna present. So, national international events attended. So this year I have attended the National Assembly 53, which was, hey, first time in 10 years in our university, which is a great big step. I'm really happy to finally have that. Northern European platform, Vilnius 2023, again, first time in Lithuania, in Vilnius, it's very nice, big step for the network. Local boards meeting, National Assembly 54, and Erasmus Generation meeting in Sevilla. Going next, BUSAR events. So, of course, this year we had also a lot of BUSAR events. Some of the more meaningful ones, I would say, is the first course student camps, Adastra, summer training, PCP training, Atsiborsk, and Fiesta Persona. Go next. OC of the events. So this year I have also participated and been part of the OC of many national and big global events. So I kind of was not official member of the OC of National Assembly 53. It so happened to be then was external relations in North European platform in Vilnius. I was responsible for the facilities. I contacted some workshop holders. Then vice head of Vilnius welcome party of 2023 autumn. Head OC of Halloween party, which was a big party. It was really nice. We brought a lot of fun to our section. Logistics of Vilnius welcome party, like the spring. And also I helped out with that. All right, meetings. So if I had to write all the meetings that I was participating in this year, the slides would be not enough. But we've held quite frequent meetings with IRO in regards to the student life quality. We had a lot of president committee meetings, which are happening each 2 weeks, bi-weekly. Then meetings with the USR president, dormitory working group meetings to improve dormitory situation in our university, and USR PCP meetings and parliament meetings. Then, next slide, that's done. So, again, first time in 10 years we got a section to host an A53. Together with Treasurer, we prepared the budget for 2023-2024 year. Together with Treasurer, we prepared the IRO budget as a proposal. Then got ESN Vilnius University bank account with 2 bank cards from USR, which is finally have this, which opened a lot of roads for us. Then, after 10 years, brought the ESN LT domain back to USR and ESN Lithuania together with our Gabrielis. We had frequent meetings and pestered the USR, so finally our national level has the domain back. And then we, of course, built great relations between the section and internal and external partners. So right now we have really good relations with sections, with USR, with administration. So this will be sort of a great foundation for the next year. Then we, together with the board, we made major steps towards section legalization. Hopefully, and I'll be pushing this until the end of my mandate to legalize the section. Prepare the next year president candidate. So we have the next candidate. Together with IRO, made a questionnaire for the students who came back from Erasmus. So apparently we didn't have this questionnaire at all for those students who came back from Erasmus. So right now we have, which is going to be happening each semester. We're going to receive the feedback. Then, together with IRO, started the process of revival of Erasmus hosting university feedback page. So also was previously there. The students could give the feedback to their hosting Erasmus, their hosting universities, so that other students could go to these. They can already see what's the university, what's the general feedback about it. So currently we're reviving that. And together with the current team, prepare the foundation for the section Rise Towards Greatness. Hopefully, looking forward to what the next team has to do. And represent the section in national and international levels. So ask a lot of questions, yes. Going next. Almost done. So task for the future until the end of the mandate, we need to finish the legalization, ensure councils essentially have a coordinator or at least a representative in those cities. Revive the hosting university feedback page. Participate in May 55, ensure the new team is prepared for their mandate. So after this election is going to be mostly passing the knowledge, ensuring that the next team is prepared, and help the new team prepare the action plan, and of course help the new team prepare their 2024, 2025 ad hoc budget. Right, then, So advice, a little bit advice for the next president. Engage more with Arcus Alliance and corporate group. There's a lot of possibilities for cooperation in there. Plenty of possibilities for cooperation with the youth community administration. We have tons of possibilities there. Prioritize team building activities, especially during summer and autumn. This is something that we lacked during this mandate. And make sure to establish good relationships with USR and other sections. God knows how many things have changed just based on don't having good relationships with our administration or the USR and other sections. So yeah, then that's pretty much it. Yeah, so that's the end of our presentation. We're gonna have a big feedback, question round after all the presentations are done. So without further ado, I would like to invite the Vice President to host her presentation, her report. Thank you.
Thank you, Arturas. Guys, I would put the timer for you here so we can see the timer. Please respect the time. 5 minutes so we can have question round for the rest. I will restart for you. Okay. Not this one.
So it is called annual report, but I'm actually a vice president only like 3 months or so I can share, what happened throughout these 3 months. Next slide, please.
Technical difficulties.
Okay, so I call them highlights and lowlights. So starting from highlights, an 854. So that one was the first time that I had a chance to be as a section delegate, and we actually approved a lot of new candidates for the national level. We also voted on some important matters. We also had a great team present with us, like all other section delegates of our Vilnius University section, and now some of them are, candidates for coordinators even, so I think it was a perfect place for them to, meet other people and actually gain a lot of knowledge there. Then one was with all coordinators, so that one happened in various ways. Some of them we met more often, some of them said that it was actually nothing to be improved at the moment and they were doing well, so that was also good. So yeah, just constant communication with each other through messages, even if we're not seeing each other live, we just still communicated all the time. Then work with the HR committee, of course, we go hand in hand, and for us it was, from informal meetings to just some important stuff that happened or just some issues that would arise, we would deal with it together. Also greater involvement with USR activities, so I think we really pushed our members to join more often. For example, we had USR spring training, and we gained a lot of knowledge for HRs, how to transfer the knowledge for the new members, the new generation, and it was, I think, really useful for myself too. Then assisting in important coordinators meetings, of course, was writing down the minutes of our meetings, and if Arturas would not be present, I would also take this place and just lead the whole meeting. So yeah, sometimes we would have to cancel them and so on, but I think pretty much it went well. Informal meetings, yeah, so it was one of the recent ones. We had barbecue informal meeting. I know that a lot of members were really satisfied with the outcome, and we're planning of doing them more and more because we see that it's a perfect way to even build close relationship with all of our members. I hope there's going to be a day where all of us will be in a formal meeting. And just overall general VP tasks, the tasks that the board tells me to do, or president, and just overall taking care of the members' well-being. Next slide, please. Thank you. Lowlights. So this one, we actually planned to do our section training, but it didn't really happen. I don't know, maybe we can see that it was the problem of time management, or just overall the motivation of our members to not really wanting it to happen. But at the same time, I feel like we're gonna plan them, of course, in the future. And instead of section training, we did have informal meetings, so I think at the end it still worked out. Lack of communication, well, this one is just, all the time, nothing new there. This one we try to tackle, and I just hope in the future we can be more honest with each other, but like in a respectful way, so that we can avoid those conflicts that are just, sometimes are just, why we even have them. People start talking behind each other's backs, and they're not saying everything that needs to be said, so just, try to be more open with your opinions, but, also respecting others people's opinions. Knowledge transfer difficulties. So yeah, for some of the coordinators, sometimes it is quite difficult to, transfer those, some kind of expertise that they have, and then the new members, the new candidates for the positions, they're really stressed that they don't know how to prepare, they don't know if they're going to be, a good, a good candidate for that position. So that's why, we really want to make sure that this goes well, and that's why we're starting manuals. Each committee will have their own manual, so when the new members want to join, they are sure where they can find all the information. Low member engagement, yeah, we can see now. People are not joining live. Thank you for the ones that did join online. But yeah, we would love to see all of you joining live, so it's just completely different vibe, if I can call it like that. And just, then we can get closer and closer and actually work as a team efficiently, effectively. And yeah, if I'm elected a president, we don't have vice president, so that one is fun, but I hope maybe some of you will be really interested in this position and can, and will want to join. So that's it, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so maybe I can ask the treasurer.
Okay.
Or-
Wait a minute.
Guys, reminder, please look over the time and respect it,
Yeah.
because we're...
Don't worry, I will be short.
Thank you.
So hello everyone. So I guess this is loading. I will present my report from this year, I guess. What do you need?
Just to move it for you.
Ah, okay. So I guess I will show you the budget first, because it's the most important part that I did this year. So yeah. So yeah. So we planned this budget around August, I guess. So this is the first time that we had actually bank cards. So that was great because we actually had the easier access to spend money from not directly because before that you actually had to use your own money, and then you will get a reimbursement. Now we just use the IRA money that they gave us, and we don't have to do the reimbursement thing. So yeah, as you can see, we plan we have zero at this moment, but the actual is 5,000 right now. So the most income that we had are from external incomes, and that is from IRA. And the expenditures obviously we mostly use for travels and meetings. So because we had 4 representatives that were to DGM, so yeah. So moving on to I guess all other things. So national and international events that I attended, so we're a National Assembly. I was actually part of the OC in this. The Northern European Platform in Vilnius 2023. Local board meeting that was held in Commons. Business and Finance Community meeting in Lisbon. And National Assembly 50. So yeah. And was part of the OC, as I mentioned before, the National Assembly 53 as the treasurer, and the state camp as the partnerships manager. So, tasks done. As you can see, there are some tasks that aren't really like connected with my, I guess, treasurer position, because in WUSA my position is kind of administrator, so I had to do some other things. So CO2 calculation, WUSA RTEM reservation system revision, preparing budget, preparing IRO budget for autumn and spring semesters, January and February financial reports to the WUSA accounting, reimbursements for those who paid with their own money, looking over GDPR regarding the Google Forms, go out to bank cards from WUSA and send the budget report to ESN Lithuanian Treasurer for autumn semester so far. So yeah. So that's about it.
Thank you. Maybe the HR would like to present the annual report.
I was actually only with 10 minutes, but I will try to be fast. Miscommunication.
There was change in the agenda because the local assembly was supposed to start at 11, not 11:30.
Okay, so I really had a difficult year because I had like no experience in HR before, and it was very difficult process because I had no manual and limited help, to be honest. But as I was doing this report, I saw that I actually did some things, and I'm happy about them. So events organized, we did 3 venting sessions to varying degrees of success. I think first one was the best one, and we actually had to hear a lot of their problems, and it was interesting and useful. Next one is general meetings. Also, I think the last one was the best one, the most successful. And general meetings, I think, went pretty well. I organized 3 of them together with the vice president. 4 informal meetings. No. Yes, 4. I think power plant trip and of course barbecue were the best ones. Next slide. Other tasks. So ESN recruitment, autumn, spring. I appointed the people who filled in the form for interviews. I took part in contacting and onboarding owner section. So last semester we had people there, and if we had questions, they pretty often wrote me, and I knew all of the 3 guys, and I'm happy we had it. I don't know what happened this semester, but it died. But I'm really happy about the last one. Budget recruitment during the session in spring, we managed to do it, although I was out because of my studies for a pretty long time during recruitment, but I'm proud of the team of people who've been there, and I'm proud that we managed to do it. I helped exchange students who did not have a budget, contacted and took action in case of inactive budget, because there are also some problems this semester. I created and updated the ESNers list. I participated in monthly VUSC and ESN HR and VP meetings, so it's maybe a bit of invisible part, but I participated in as much of them as I could, and we did tasks to get to do any of them like that. And I went to ESN HR community meeting in Lisbon, which I'm very happy about. Okay, next slide. Can we start actually with bad part and then go to good part? Yeah. Yes. Of course, areas of improvement, everyone knows it, and it's, for me and for organization, I really had trouble with time management, and I also joined the Women's Union this year, and I had a lot of interesting things there, and I had to adapt there and to become part of that organization. I started new studies, master studies, and had a lot of things going on in my life, so it was pretty hard for me to manage the time, and I often, I think, procrastinated the ESN thing. And also this organization also had a bit of a problem with time management often. The biggest problem for me, it was lack of information and lack of engagement from everyone, from BNC, because I had some initiatives, I had some thoughts of what I wanted to do, especially after Lisbon, and every time I was left on red. And it was hard for me psychologically when people just didn't engage with me when I asked them to. And when I asked them to involve me in interviews, and they just didn't do that. It's pretty the same with the ESNers. Basically, if I wrote people in DMs, they answered. If it was public posts, they practically never did, except for Katrina, she's on the team. And buddies. It was really hard to engage with buddies, and I think we should focus on them more next semester. Hopefully Dominika will do that. And some recruitment problems, which we are facing right now. It's very hard to attract the buddies right now too. We actually only have 2 people, and the form was out on Friday. Okay, good things. I will try to go faster. That's one slide above. Yes, so best practices, advice for future HR. I really wish that we would continue with vending sessions and we would do them throughout semester. I know some thought it's not necessarily and we should just forget buddies after they do their part, but I think we need to do it. I see it. I think we need to engagement, and when we give us, I know, I see it, I will try to be fast. Okay, and when they give us reports about their experience, we always talk about lack of engagement with them. I think we should come back to messenger chat. I know Gabriel still oppose that, but I will think of that. I hope future HR will participate in national and international events. We'll go into Google Drive. I found a lot of useful information there. Attend the meetings, also a lot of useful information. Close cooperation with the T, and keeping an active HR team. I think HR does need at least a couple of people. That's it.
Okay, thank you. Maybe the event manager would like to present.
Alright, so if none of you guys know what we do, but yeah, we do event planning management, integration, orientation, visits and excursions, and also special events. For special events, I mean, we do in collaboration with other universities, we do like Halloween parties, etc. So this semester we did 27 events, which included 3 visits. We are slowly increasing our the kinds of visits we do. Before there only used to be Takai. In the first semester I started the Kaunas visits, and then in this semester I started the Druskininka visits, which I hope will continue. So now we have already pre-planned visits of 3 cities, which I hope expands into more cities covered. And then we had different hangouts. We had parties, and then we had pub quizzes. So the events this semester we decided to really focus on the quality of the events rather than quantity. so the events almost half. The number of people attended also kind of half, but also because the semester year was also. Yeah, I would just like to share some of the student favorite events, and I asked a lot of people. I did a poll, and apparently paintball always wins. It has been the undisputed winner for a long time. And then I would also like to show that my Tatiana and Greta, my really good friends, did the Skiminka visit, which I'm really happy about. Other than that, I couldn't really find pictures of them, but we also had, of course, the karaoke parties that everyone loves, and then the barbecue. So for this semester, we have 2,580 people. And overall, if you would look in this year, the two semesters, we have 8,000 participants. So, which to me is crazy because I would think of it as making 8,000 people really happy. When they're, I don't know, when they're maybe at their lowest point or depressed and they come to an ESN event and yeah, just making people happy, that's what I want to. So, yeah, I'm still thankful for this year.
Thank you. So now I would like to ask the social inclusion coordinator to present her report. Social impact. Social impact, sorry.
So I'll present the social impact annual report. So we organized quite a few events. Eco-friendly hike, free blood donations, and Thursday trainings, thanks to Alexandra about that. 9 animal shelter visits, that's probably our most famous and most attended event. Sign language lesson, Erasmus in schools, which we collaborated with 2 other sections, language cafes, where we taught Lithuanian, 2-day in a museum. Thank you, Emily, for that. Funny debates, cooker fiesta, volunteering at the food bank, volunteering at Caritas, and Zero Waste Steps. So we did a few collaborations, most of the DSM are new business. Yes, and one to TSN KK, and hopefully we will continue working with TSN on new business during social impact days. Some personal work from my side, so I did individual feedback sessions last semester. Participated in the majority of DAC meetings, participated in all 3 local social impact coordinators calls with Johnny. Became part of the safety advisory team and got elected as the next national social impact coordinator. Took the role from John. So what the areas for improvement? So obviously better planning, just to create a schedule for everything. Better time management, as for everyone. Because when you create a good schedule, you get a good time management, and then you can do a lot of things without burning out. And better communication. I think I managed that pretty well, but I think there's still some points where I can improve. Yep. And advice for future social impact coordinators, so communication. As I said, the most important thing when you communicate, everything becomes a lot easier. Don't procrastinate. I know it's easy for me to say, but yeah, when you procrastinate, a lot of work just adds up, and yeah, it gets hard. As I said, create a schedule, makes everything easier. Don't be afraid to ask for help, not only from your committee members, but from everyone in ESN, because people have a lot of good advices, and you're not alone in your mandate. And just have fun. Fun, I mean, CSN, it's not work, so have fun and just enjoy. Yep, thank you. That's quick.
Thank you so much, Katrina. And now I would like to ask the board member to present the annual report.
Believe I'll do mine.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll keep this quick. Everyone wants a break.
PR.
All right.
There is the PR. Yeah, PR.
PR. Okay, yeah. So, so what events have I attended? I don't have a PowerPoint, so I'll just make this quick. So I attended NA 53, NA 54, Survival Kit, the IT community meeting in Copenhagen in September, the IT community meeting in Belgium, Ghent in February. Then I attended NEP, Vilnius, EGM Seville. During the summer, together with Arturas and Vika and the other people, I went to the VUSR Pressure student camps. I then attended the summer training with Adam. Remember that? Yeah, went to a few random VUSR PCP training events. Then regarding my presence in the national level, I helped organize NE54 together with the national level. I was responsible for the venues in Vilnius University. Then for the past month, I was working with a team in the national level with Nissa, Olshada, Laura, and Camilla. We were revising the ESN Vilnius statute, standing orders, code of conduct, and events policy paper. Meetings attended, many board and board coordinator meetings. I missed a few, but throughout the year, almost all of them. I believe all of the section general meetings, although as Leah mentioned, not a lot happened this year, at least compared to last year. I occasionally attended committee meetings, just as a pleasant surprise with the coordinators. I met with Arturas, with the VUSR president, regarding ESN.LT. That took a while to arrange. Then when Arturas couldn't, I attended the VUSR PCP Leaders and Communication Coordinators meeting. Occasionally showed up to the VUSR central office for some reason. I don't remember what was the context behind that. Regarding what I did in the local level, I oversaw both orientation weeks with the rest of the board, helped organize our extraordinary local assembly, that's Leah, where Leah was elected. This local assembly, again with our lovely team. I also helped the board and the coordinators where possible. The nature of this role is that you more or less can go anywhere and just fill the needs as necessary. Together with the board, we've been revising our standing orders. It's still in progress. And of course, then I also handled all the boring bureaucracy that needs to be done, like the section questionnaire, the semi-annual reports. We're going to submit that tomorrow, hopefully. So yeah, I'll keep that quick and just finish up now. All right.
Okay, thank you. Now I would like to ask the PR.
All right, I'm going to try to make this quick. So first of all, what do we do in the PR committee? So there are three things. Could you please skip?
Yeah, I didn't see what is allowed. Yeah.
Thank you. So we do three things. Create visuals, write descriptions, and photograph events. In one word, well, in two words. We promote. Please continue. The timeline. So I created a little timeline from right from the beginning. So this had to transition. Anyway, doesn't matter anymore. So on 1st of July, it was my first day as PR in this section. On the 16th of July, we interviewed a potential candidate for Vice PR, and she became a Vice PR. She's no longer a Vice PR. 1st of August, the PR annual goals were set, and I'm going to disclose them a little bit later. I'll talk about them.
On the 27th of August, we posted the first post with a new visual identity of ESNVU. 14th of September, we held the first committee meeting, and on the 28th of September, Monday was integrated into PR committee, which is a program for scheduling events and all that, basically distributing tasks. And last but not least, 20th of November, it was the start of ESN Buddy program promotion, and nothing after that much happened. So the annual goals. 3 annual goals were set, and those were create a new visual identity for ESNVU, so that was completed. The next one was publish posts on all available social media platforms. That was semi-completed because we kind of didn't really use Facebook a lot. Gain loyalty and trust in the committee, well, I can say that we did. Summary. So, the number of committee members went from 2 to 6 during the first semester, and then on the during the audit semester, after the audit semester, the number dropped to 4, including me. And we also updated the visual identity of the ESN University. So these were the visuals. Again, it was supposed to transition, doesn't matter anymore. Yeah, continue, skip. So we introduced monthly calendars as well, and we created and uploaded 110 posts on Instagram. That doesn't count for carousels or story visuals. So that's quite a lot. And yeah, this is a little bit of statistics. As you can see, we gained 41 followers per 90 days. Wow, that's amazing. And we lost 238 people. What a wonderful number. Next, we promote some various ESN partners. So for example, like time travel's trips. What the hell was that?
Never mind.
Via Tributica. Then we promoted events of other ESN sections, or just in general ESN Lithuania. So there were 2 welcome parties and Halloween party. I included it because it was very successful. Obviously the videos were not made by me. Held committee meetings twice per month. That was the goal. And in total we had 8 committee meetings, but 5 of them were protocols. Introduced monthly flashback reels. That kind of disappeared. And integrated Modi.com into PR committee. And also we created a detailed tutorial for ESNVU visual making on Canva. Well, I did that. Created a folder for photos and videos from ESNVU events and activities so we can use them as visuals. Introduced story posts to promote events and activities, which was quite successful. Updated the new visual identity with more features. By that I mean the new visual identity that was created. We added even more additional details that would make them more eye-catching. And we finally got a new vice PR coordinator. So, where did I participate? So I participated in TEACH, which is the Time Travels event, in Northern European platform in Vilnius. I participated in one NA as a section delegate and one as a candidate for communication manager of ESN Lithuania. We don't talk about that. Local boards meeting and Erasmus Generation meeting in Seville. Main strengths. Main strengths. So the main strengths were consistency in visual identity, eye-catching visuals, engaging in informational descriptions, distributing the workload, cooperation in the team, and communication between other committees. Next. Weaknesses. So the weaknesses were communication between other committees, struggling to meet deadlines, that was a big problem. Failing to arrange committee meetings, again, a very big problem. Failing to post on the Facebook page because there was not enough traction. And that would be it.
Thank you everyone for presenting your annual report, and now it's question round. Speaker list is open. If you have any question, please raise your hand and say your name and position.
I would like to invite the current team to the stage for the question round.
please your name and position.
Yellow the White, vice coordinator of events committee.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. So you just mentioned that you don't have your board. What was the excuse for the board members?
No. I wanted to do it, but nobody invited me.
What? Sorry, Victoria, what was your position? Because
board member.
okay, we invited the board member, but you weren't still here. But we can still, if the members approve, we can do your report. So it's up to the member. Do you approve that Victoria does her report?
Any objection?
Any objection? Okay, so she can present it.
After the question round.
Yeah, for sure, after the question round. It's not gonna be now. So any question for the current board, for the team?
You can ask also the questions in the online.
Yes, if someone has any question online, please feel free to send it. Iram, yes?
Iran is in my room. I don't have the questions as well. From what I've heard, we have a lot of discord, but vice coordinators and some members, maybe leaving your committee. Have you ever asked for feedback? Like, what were the reasons? What can the next event manager improve that you maybe couldn't do? It was a weakness for you that they couldn't do.
Okay, so as an events coordinator, so I've had a total of 3 vice coordinators this year. So the first one left because she got offered a better position, which was, I accept, more attractive. The second one left for her study reasons, and the third one is still here. So, yes, yeah, because of reasons. And
You
then,
didn't ask for a special feedback from us?
what do you exactly mean by special? Because, like, as I mentioned, I asked them what the reasons were for leaving the committee, and one of them was studying.
Any other question? The people online, if someone has any question, please feel free to type it. Okay, I suggest closing the speaker list. Any objection? Okay. Okay, so now we're gonna give Victoria time to represent her report. Thank you for the board.
It's gonna be very short.
Okay. Okay, Victoria, you can start.
I just want
Yeah.
our president to listen. I made a speech.
Yeah, so hello, my name is Victoria. I'm a board member, the one which is stable. Like, how much time do we have?
7.5.
Oh,
No,
okay.
no, 5.
Yeah, great. I will take 3. So, before I went to this position, we talked with Arturas and I told him that I'm already in other positions in the USR. So, just in case Arturas would expect a lot from me, so I just explained that I won't be that much here all the time. But anyway, thank you very much, Arturas, for this opportunity to be in this team because I really loved it. And talking about my work, I didn't do much. But I'm super happy that me and Gabrielus, we initiated this action plans setting in August, and with the last night, with the ones who tried to make these action plans be there, and I hope, but of course we didn't monitor it, but we implemented it very successfully. Then I tried to introduce these stable dates for the meetings, and I think that we did it very successfully, and I think that this year we showed that this keeping up to date with the team is very important for the whole organization. I want to say that I made Luke and Gabe go to AGM when Arturas was fighting with me. And then also I helped to organize National Assembly in September or October.
And I was just all the time there to help the organization, since I'm one of the, I guess, alumni who's always there to help. And yeah, thank you very much for this opportunity, and I hope that in next generations we're gonna have a lot work together. Thank you.
Thank you, Victoria, for your presentation. Any question for Victoria? Speaker list is open. If you have any question, please raise your hand. Okay, I suggest closing the speaker list. Any objection? Okay, thank you. So we're moving to the coffee break. So we have 10 minutes coffee break, so please be here at 12:40, sorry. Now it's 12:30, so 12:40 be here. Okay, so now we have the proposal to reduce the number of boards, and at the position of treasurer board, we have 3 minutes presentation and 5 minutes question round.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't have, I have slides, but I won't show them because they're like lacking text or something. So yeah. So proposals to move treasury position to the board. So you might asking yourself, why we should do that? So first of all, treasurer is not a really coordinator's position in my opinion, because coordinator doesn't coordinate anything. They don't have a team. Other coordinators like projects, partnerships, events, PR, social inclusion have the team. They coordinate a team. So, and treasurer is like left alone, and it's just like one person that controls everything without any help. And the second thing is that many things are always discussed in the board. So we have also the president, who also is responsible financially for the whole section. And usually, well, this is where the things get complicated, and I've seen some miscommunication actually regarding money things in this year, because I was treasurer this year. Because some board knows everything, what's happening in the section, and sometimes when you are just a coordinator, you don't know everything that's going around the section, and then one prime example, you go to the let's say an IG, you see an IG post for an event, and you see that, oh, there is money involved in this, and I didn't know about that. What should I do? So yeah, so there is things that, board should know everything that goes around the section, so treasurer should always also know what's going on in the section, especially if the things are that involves money. So yeah.
Okay, thank you, Ugne. Question round is open. Speaker list, please. Yeah, okay, Victoria.
Victoria, ESN Vilnius. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Please use the microphone, yes.
I'm sorry. Victoria, ESN Vilnius.
Turn it on.
Yeah, it's working now.
Victoria, ESN Vilnius University Board member. Thank you very much, Una. I think we had a few discussions regarding it, but still my opinion is not changed. Why? Because I have a question. Can you say any kind of specific examples when in the board we discuss like money? Because during this candidacy, I don't remember any kind of topic where we discussed exactly money. I mean, our president is responsible for the money, and he is doing all the budgets and so on and so on. But in the board, we discuss other things. And when you mentioned this communication, it is strange that, like, why don't we just fix then this communication part between you and like treasurer and president position, and why we try to just put a board member to our board? And one more thing is that in our board we have 5 members, and it is like for the decision making, it is better to have not
Yeah, I know.
number. So can you provide any specific?
Okay, so reaction to the last thing that you said. So if we implement this right now, not as of right now, from the July 1st, we will remove one regular board member with treasurer. So there will be one regular board member, treasurer, PCP coordinator, president, and vice president. So the number doesn't change in the board. The people that are in the board, the number doesn't change. It just changes the positions that are in the board. So yeah. And another question. You have a reaction?
I will give them permission. Just Okay, guys, also a reminder, please keep your questions short and straight to the point so we can write it down as well. Okay, Irim?
It's a reaction to maybe Victoria, just a short reaction. In my opinion, I think that local boards should take national board as an example, and in the national board, treasurer is part of the board. Because even if you say that you don't talk about something financial, but it's really in that direction, everything that you talk about, it will always lead to something financial even a little bit. So just taking the national board as an example, local board should also adapt to the same structure, I believe.
Yeah, but
Okay.
examples when we talk about money.
Please, Victoria, raise your hand for the question. Okay, it's common, so 2 fingers, please. Reaction.
Victoria is a university board member. Sorry, you didn't answer my question. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I guess you have to discuss the budget. According to the task description.
Okay. Ugne? She was first. She was before.
Just a reaction there.
Just reminder your name, please.
Yeah, Leah,
Leah,
Vice
sorry.
President. So what I wanted to say to reaction to Vika, that we never discuss stuff, but I feel like we should start doing it. That's the reason, because now it's we go from one person to another to get to Ugne, that she finally would get the information, and there shouldn't be all these circles walking around from one person to another. And in that case, Ugne would just already know everything. And as Iram said, I agree, every decision that we make, it leads to financial decision later on. So, yeah.
Thank you. Lucas?
Lucas, PR. Again, a reaction. I would just like to say that I don't want to repeat anyone that said anything, but in general, whenever we're discussing, I've never had a board of coordinators meeting where we were discussing the budget. So, I mean, if it's not discussed in the board, where is it actually discussed? Yeah, but the thing is, it should be discussed in the board, not amongst board and coordinators. There's just, I feel like as a current coordinator, there's no reason for me to know about the budget, because I don't have one.
You have one, actually.
Technically, I don't. But yeah, that would be my reaction. That I mean, if the treasurer stays as a coordinator, it doesn't change that. Where is the budget, and amongst which people is the budget discussed? Yeah, that would be my reaction.
Thank you. Arturos? Okay. Any other question? I suggest closing the speaker list. Any other question? Okay. Speaker list is closed. Now I would invite Dominika Valiuk for the HR coordinator position. Presentation 5 minutes. Question round 5 minutes. So yes, Dominika, we're hearing you.
Yeah, so I'm online. There should be a presentation also, but I am a ESN VU alumni, and I would like to become a ESN HR coordinator. And basically, because I can share my.
Also, if you can put a timer, so you make sure to be limited with your time and follow the timeline.
Dominika, share your screen if you have the presentation.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay. So I'm basically a student in VU, communication. Was 2 times on Erasmus and currently now in Slovakia. Joined ESN in August 2023 as ESN body, and after joined PR, social impact and HR committees. Here you can see the events that I have attended and basically why this position. So mostly to improve internal communication in section because as we could also hear from board members and vice president that it's a really big problem in our section and create safe environment for work. There was in the past there were some problems with people talking in the backs and not saying everything into our faces. So it would be great to deal with all the drama and problems and personal development. Personally, I would just like to understand how HR works and what are the best tools to implement. And goals would be create a strong ESN HR committee team, so choose HR vice coordinator, also have meetings every 2 weeks and exchange news about sections work, and continuing support ESN president, board and coordinators, so attend all the meetings and also deal with problems or like situations which happen in section. Secure efficient communication of committees and their members, so create like calls one-on-ones with coordinators and also help coordinators have reflection sessions with their committee members, so everybody would know their own goals and what they don't like and do like about their committee and their work. Organize trainings and informal meetings for all ESN section. So in the beginning, there wasn't a lot of trainings created, nor informal meetings, and it's really a good way to get to know each other. So that would be all.
Okay, thank you. Question round is open. I suggest opening the speaker list. So Arturos.
Hello, Dominika. Arturos, ESN University President. So, in your goals, you haven't mentioned ESN buddies. And ESN buddies is one of the main responsibilities of the HR coordinator. So my question would be, how are you planning to manage these buddies, their recruitment, their training, and possibly improve the program itself? Thank you.
So firstly, we could contact ESN buddies who were previously in ESN and ask them if they would like to participate. And probably in that group of people, we will also find senior buddies and also collaborate with PR and make deadlines when posts about ESN buddy recruitment should be posted, so we wouldn't end up in a situation where everything is late. After having a list of at least 10 ESN buddies, we could start doing interviews and try to contact everyone who is not responding. After having already like all the group of people, we could do trainings, maybe even 2, because what happened last time that we needed to do 2 trainings due to lack of ESN buddies. So create that and separate them to senior buddies so everything would go smoothly. And also as a HR coordinator, I would also like to stay with ESN buddies if they have some kind of problems that a senior buddy cannot explain to them or like deal with. I hope I answered your question.
Okay, thank you, Victoria. Okay, so I will put your name twice. Any other question other than Victoria? I suggest closing the speaker list after Victoria. Any objection? Okay, so Victoria, go.
Hello, Dominika, ESN University, Victoria, board member. I have 3 questions. So first question is, you're still in your Erasmus in Slovakia, so when are you coming back here? Because like the work with the team starts after the elections. Then the second question is, you mentioned the informal meetings, but this year we organized lots of informal meetings, but as I as I saw it, nobody comes there. So do you think there's a problem with our informal meetings, or do you think there's a problem with people? And then another question, the last one is a more philosophical one. Do you think that motivation is something that a person has internally in them, or it is something that you can create like with the motivational systems and something else, and I don't know, habits, happiness? Thank you.
Could you please repeat first question because I forgot. Sorry.
Maybe we can divide the questions. First question she answers, then we go to the second question, and then she answers, please.
When are you coming back from your Erasmus?
I'm coming back in the end of June.
So, as you said, this year we had these informal meetings. Yeah, could you comment on that? Like, do you think there's a problem with these informal meetings? Maybe we should change something, or there's a problem with people in general?
I think there's maybe slight problem with communication, like communicating about those informal meetings. I don't know how this semester you communicated them, like how much entail actual informal events that people would come. But maybe we also should ask all committee members what they will be interested in, and maybe not try to force them to go to those informal meetings, but make them choose what they like and to go to those events. And also probably the schedule can be a big problem because a lot of people are leaving on weekends if we are making meetings, so it might be also kind of an issue. And the third one, you asked about the motivation. I think like people who come to ESN, they probably have some kind of motivation to grow personally and also help students and also like communicate with them and learn about new cultures and countries. But still, like, what can motivate us is our environment, and if people in our environment are not also full of that motivation and passion for what we do, it can slightly also like make them feel unmotivated. Plus, we are all students, and it can be hard to study and stay motivated, so it might be also a problem.
Okay, thank you. So now we move to the second candidacy presentation with Yeva Yobete, event coordinator position. Please reminder, presentation 5 minutes, question round 5 minutes as well. The timer is there. Arturos, please can you set the timer?
Wait, I have to.
5 minutes presentation. Okay.
Technical difficulties. We have to get the slides. Okay, come on.
I'm already scared now.
Maybe let's keep it to one from you.
We can
For you, fine.
Yeah, I will. Yeah. You're not being a very nice to me right now.
Also, maybe you can prepare after the PR coordinator.
Yeah, I will.
Also, you can remove the microphone, I think.
Yeah, if you just want to do transfer.
Okay, so can we start the timer, Arturas, please?
Thank you. Okay, so Joanna Brita, I'm going for candidacy of the committee. Okay, so fun fact about me, I'm Java, not Leva, and so I was born in Spain that way, so that's what me a bit thinking myself. And I am studying marketing for
beginning of last September. And what I have done so far in ESN, so I have been in NA and Pirates of the Baltic Sea, and with events committee, a member of the events committee and also the vice coordinator. We did a lot of events, school funding, soft quizzes, career department, culture nights, and so on. Yep. Okay. Okay, so a little bit about my soft skills. So I grew to have a passion for ESN, which I'm not admitting to myself right now, but here I am standing here, so it explains that I have a passion for ESN already. I have quite a creative thinking, which I think is quite good for events committee. I think a lot of people who know me knows that I have this empathy. I don't know if it's strength or weakness sometimes, but I guess working with people with this as strength. And I'm very good at problem solving. About my weaknesses, as you can see, I'm not very confident right now because public speaking is not yet to my strength, but I wish that, I think it will change with probably organizing choreography events or something like that, probably will need to. For time management, please do set strong deadlines for me, because if there will be no deadline, there will be no job, right? And and yeah, so that's why I'm good at procrastination, so I need deadlines. Yes. Why events committee? So I really love working with students. I started doing that when I was in student representative, and yeah, well, that's what keeps me going sometimes. And also I really want to see a strong assembly section. As I said, I already feel yes, I'm going on me. Also personal growth and networking, which probably doesn't explain why I studied business management. Business degree. Okay, so what I want to do in events committee. So first, to ensure that there are 5 active members and committee members in the events committee. So how we're thinking of doing that, so having one-on-one meetings with them. Also have very strict informal and formal meetings, so we could form a stronger team and bond with each other. And also, oh yes, or my and also to make them make their own events that inspire them to like, hey, what kind of event do you want to do? Maybe you want to do it, and then we will create something new. Yes, next one, please. Okay, establish strong communication between events committee, the board, and the other coordinators. So we all know that we have some problems with communication and so on, and I think it's very important to establish a very good communication with PR committee, because even though we have groups and so on, we still have some problems with deadlines. So I wish that this could be, we could make it a way stronger bond. And also to gather feedback for events committee from those owners, and also to give the feedback, so it wouldn't be a problem to talk about the problem. Anyway, I'm just gonna, next slide please, the last one, to increase and maintain the quality of the events. So there are 2 ways I want to succeed in this. So one way is to maybe have training. I'm sorry. Okay, so one of them is, I know that in ESN we can have trainings for management and for events organizing, and also in Bosa we have those kind of training, so I would love to encourage my team to participate with them. And the second one I do not remember, and then I did not take my phone, so yeah, that would be it.
Okay, thank you. Speaker list is open. So, okay.
Okay, let's go to the extensive. Who
Okay,
was the first one?
Gabrielas.
Previous board member, this is a philosophical question. More events or better events? Because in the autumn semester, we did a lot of events, in my opinion, too many. This semester, less. Not sure how the quality part went, but as coordinator, what would your priority be?
Quality over quantity, of course. Yes, there are some small events that I really enjoyed. For example, like hanging out with ESN that are just more just to be with people, and I think they could be as frequent as they were. But yes, more quality events because we see from attendance that it's not really how we want it to be.
Okay, could be better. Got it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you, Arturos.
Arturos, President. So 2 questions. First question is kind of connected to Gabriel's question in terms of quality and quantity. How do you plan to distribute the events, the responsibilities of organizing the events to each member of the committee, or are you not planning to do that?
Or am I what?
Or are you planning to do this approach, like distributing these events, or do you have any other plan?
Okay, so my idea is, while having one-on-one meetings, to also talk about their personal goals and so on, and also what kind of events maybe they want to, why they came here to this committee, what they would like to do, and going from there, asking them maybe they would want to do an event, and also what we did the last lunch, just while being in a meeting, distributing them. So I guess both, like, yeah.
Okay, thank you. And second question will be, how would you tackle the issue of participation in the events? How would you engage more people, more students to come to the events?
Yes, so we have our orientation week where we have a lot of students coming, and we have quite a good quality in orientation week because it's already, the quality was, okay, my English is not English. Anyway, they are quite, I would say, good events, and there are a lot of students participating, so I believe that maintaining a good quality and not reducing it would increase the attendance of the participants.
Okay, thank you. Lucas?
Yes. So my question would be, Lucas, PR. You talked about that one of your weaknesses is time management and meeting deadlines. My question would be, you said, so one of your goals is to establish strong communication between committees, and that includes the PR committee. Would you depend on the PR committee to create deadlines, or would you try to make them more flexible?
Okay, so first of all, I think you didn't understand. I said that deadlines for me are very good. Like, that's what makes me do the best. So, wait, I believe that we could agree here beforehand when, like, kind of like, as we talked before about this, like, for example, some events that are smaller, maybe they take, like, I don't know, up to a week, it's like a few days to send, you know, the information about events. Not 2 days, like, more.
Because as I understood, you would stay very dependent on the PR committee.
Oh.
And would that be beneficial for your committee as well?
Oh, okay. No, I believe this is, it wouldn't be this way. I don't know. You see, that's also that I set deadlines for myself. So, and sending information about the event is like the last deadline of all the things you have to do before you, like, execute the event. I don't know how to say this. But basically, no. My answer is no.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Oshine?
I think I was starting with the end of whatever. No, my.
Guys, you didn't leave your hands up, and I cannot see everyone directly and write it down, especially I don't know your name, so
Okay,
please understand that.
I will know that. Anyway, my question was pretty much the same as Lucas asked, because in your presentation you said, please set deadlines for me.
Oh,
and yes,
Yeah,
maybe you just didn't notice. And I also thought, like, who is supposed to set the deadlines for you? When
I'm
you're
sorry
doing it?
about this. Yeah, but that's okay.
That's why I also got confused.
Yeah, okay, no, that's not what I meant.
Okay, Victoria.
One question. You mentioned that you have this passion for ESN. Can you please name, Victoria, yes, of the University of London, sorry. Can you name, please, at least 3 things? What do you love so much about ESN organization?
Okay, I really like how big this organization is, that I can see how okay, wait, give me a second. What I want to say is, yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say. I like that this is a European, project. This is a very big project, and I see that there's a lot of people who even like when annual report they reported that they have trainings in Lisbon or something like that, and for me it's like I think broader possibilities. Give me 1 second. Okay, so
Progressive organization.
okay, I think I also really like the fact that this this organization gives me exactly what I want, and which is organizing events. As I already mentioned, I'm a business degree, so this is kind of actually my passion, and I can do it together with ESN, and that makes me really happy. And also the fact that this organization works with students, as I already mentioned. It is also my thing, and the fact that this is what we're talking about and doing things we are doing is for students, for people. So I just really like it, and that's why I see that ESN is growing on me.
Okay, thank you. Do you have any other questions, Victoria? Okay, so Aslan, but before we proceed to Aslan, I suggest closing the speaker list. Any objection? Okay, speaker list is closed. We finish with Alwan.
Aslan, ESN Vilnius University Events Coordinator. I just have one question with you. What kind of, for example, when I took the position, I decided to increase the number of visits. I just tried to get since we the partnerships basically for events, with new places, new clubs, new kind of events. Do you have something like that in mind? That maybe you're like, okay, once I become coordinator, I want to do an event in this club, or I want to plan a visit to this city, or what do you have something that you really want to do?
Yes. So first of all, I really like your idea about increasing the visits. That I took a note to myself when you were presenting your presentation. But one thing that I think excites me the most is having more collaborations with other universities. And I don't know, not just making maybe some karaoke event, but something maybe bigger. So that's what I am thinking about right now.
Yeah. So about the collaboration with other universities. So there might be. I just want to see how you would approach this problem, because this problem will occur. So every section has a club that they prefer. Like if you take theoretically us, we do majority of our events in Salento because it suits us. Then you have Wellness Tech. They do majority of their events in Chaos. Even though we would like to do the events together, but they do it in Chaos. How would you? Well, right now we have a good team. We have Iram and MRU, they said MRU, they are collaborative. But the year is over, we have new people coming in that we don't know. How would you approach them for collaboration for events and make sure?
Yes, I think this kind of event as a local assembly is very good for making connections for the next year generation. And also, I understand your problem, and I think it's a big problem, and I cannot answer right now how we approach it, but in my mind, it's not about, I think, clubs, something maybe different. For example, outdoor events. I really liked when we did barbecue, and I think that it could have been done with more universities, and maybe we would have more bigger connections and more people attending. Maybe.
Thank you. So we're gonna move to the third presentation with Greta Miglinete for the PR coordinator position. And I remind you, 5 minutes for the presentation, 5 minutes for the question round.
Hello. Hi, I'm Greta Miglinete, and today I'm gonna present. Today I'm gonna present myself as a candidate for the public relations coordinator position. Next slide. Little timeline about how I got into here. First, of course, the university. I came here as the journalism student in last year, and so decided to also engage myself in extracurricular activities. Oh my god! And I found ESN Vilnius, and out of all committees, I decided that that PR was the right one for me because I was quite timid and shy, and I didn't want to talk to as many people and to be asked in the spotlight. So of course, social media was the one, I guess, for me back then. And last February, I got promoted to be the vice coordinator for the committee. Shortly about my work here. Of course, the visuals, as you see, they are quite engaging. They're cute, like the kitties. They're looking at the text, or the coordinators who are present, so that people know that they are there. Next slide. The descriptions. They are. They include synonyms and descriptions like bitter patter of the boss, and drawing for fun night, and quite a few facts. Next. Of course, there are these. I go as a photographer to the events. So I went as a photographer to the eco-friendly hike, and then my last event was the ESN barbecue. And my goal, I have 3 main goals. My first one would be to maintain the ESN image on social media, and I have 2 points here. First would be to include Vesne and Radas in the posts, or even that they come to the events, because as of now, they are quite not as engaging with the community, and I think that getting them more involved would be quite a cool moment. And also to maintain the format for the posts and the template, because as I have looked at other sections and of the ESN Lithuania and even in other countries, I noticed that our was most memorable. Yeah. Moving on, I think. I think that extending the established schedule is quite important because this regards more for the social impact and the events committee. Because right now they are given, we post the simple event post, 3 days till the event and 7 days till the visit. But this regards more for the monthly schedule. So right now they are given 3-4 days till the deadline of when the schedule has to be posted, and I think that it should be extended to 7 to 10 days so that they have more time to collect information. And then lastly, I think that we should further improve the relationship between the committees and the sections. Of course, the sections in regards to the PR, because I don't want to go into the other committees. And yeah, the communication members of the whole ESN don't feel as excluded and feel as one whole faculty. Next slide, and do you have any questions?
Okay, so question round is open. We start with Victoria, then Lucas, then Leah.
Thank you very much for really nice. Victoria, yes, University Board Member. Thank you very much. Really nice presentation. I have a question. So Lucas is one of the strongest PR coordinators I've seen already in 6 years working in or near ESN Vilnius University. So my question is, can you name any problems that Lucas had? Because he's super strong coordinator, but maybe you saw what could be done better from Lucas' side. I mean,
yeah, I get it.
Can you make the criticism?
Maybe I will reformulate it so it doesn't sound bad. It's not here to criticize him, just to see what you can do better. Like he didn't work on it maybe, or he didn't have the chance.
Okay, I think that one of the not problematic but weaker sides are that he takes more work for himself and doesn't distribute it for the committee. Especially at the start of the month, it's like a week of just his work, and then the meeting, and then the other committee members come in. So I think that should be worked on. So that's why I want to extend the deadline and then have a committee meeting at the end of the month so that we can start right at fresh at the next month.
Okay, thank you.
Lucas, PR. First of all, that is very true. I did take a lot of work for myself. That definitely needs to be improved on. Second of all, well, it was supposed to start with a question. So in your application, you wrote that one of your motivations is YOLO. Could you explain me, or just actually state what like your motivation really is?
I mean, this is quite a good opportunity for me to grow further because, as I said before, I came here as a very shy person. I didn't want to be next to people at all. And as I became a member, as I met the family that is this section, this community, it really brought me out into the light and gave me the confidence to meet others, to go out there, basically. And I want to share that to the other people that come into this section, even to our committee, because probably others will be like me, and I want to help them get out there.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Leah.
Leah, Vice President. So you know how we create, well, you guys, create visuals for students to come to the events. Do you think it could be a good idea to do it also internally? So when we have general meetings, or in this case, that local assembly, to actually maybe choose some kind of a communication channel, like create an engaging video or some kind of a visual for people to maybe attend it? Could it be like a way of working together with like the board or HR to attract more our internal members?
Yeah, I think it is a possibility, but I think that one of the best ways to form the video for such events would be to film short takes of the events that happen, so that they get the idea of what's going to happen and promote it from the past experience, so that they know what to expect. Thank you.
Okay, Arturas.
Hello, good afternoon. Arturas, President. So, my main question, probably one of the biggest issues we had during this whole year was communication. So, how are you planning to tackle communication between committees and, of course, your committee members as well?
Keeping it open, keeping safe. Well, it has to be safe. so that they feel safe to share their worries, that they don't feel threatened by their words. Oh God. I guess just keeping it as open as possible, maybe using the WhatsApp Messenger as the main program for the communication, and even maybe even in person, like the board coordinators. And yeah.
Just before we proceed to the second question of Arturas, anyone has any other question? Okay, Iram? Okay, I suggest closing the speaker list. Arturas have another question and then we move to Iram.
Yeah, just going back to the first question, it's just the coordinators, how we plan to communicate, for example, the events coordinator and social impact coordinators who have to organize these events. So how is your efficient ways to ensure that you have standard communication without issues?
I would say at least messaging them in the events and the PR chat at least once a week, so that we know, hey, it's coming up. We have to get them up to schedule quite soon, so maybe you can get the information routed up. Yeah, the deadlines, of course, it is going to be extended. Yeah, I don't know if that's answered your question.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. So, Iram?
I wanted to ask about the national level things, because at the local level, okay, if you don't prepare, you will be, active in the local part of things, but do you also aim to be active in the national level? As the PR, you should go to national events, national assemblies to, showcase yourself, because you're the one representing the section and also the PR part. So, do you aim to attend the national part of ESN as well? Do you want to?
I don't see why not. I mean, if we are public relations, we get to see the inner workings and then present it to people so that we know, hey, we are here. We're going to present ourselves. So don't be afraid to come to us. Yeah, of course, I'm going to be there.
Okay, thank you. So we're moving to the fourth presentation of Treasurer.
So for the second year in a row, I don't have the presentation actually, so yeah. Yeah, again. So my name is Linda. You all know me. So I already finishing my first term as treasurer. What I did this year, additionally, I was a Musar parliament member, actually, so I did a lot of things that were connected with the exchange students, actually, and also have some extensive HR knowledge, so that will be also helpful for the section, I guess. So why I'm in the treasurer's position? Well, I love this position actually, because the other positions, I don't know, you have to work with teams, and I'm not that kind of person, so I love to work on my work that I have to do alone, and then, so, plus I'm good at math, and I learned a lot of budgeting things and making budgets for not only the whole year, but also events. For example, the National Assembly 53 that we had, and also the Halloween party, which was a huge success for us. So, what I would change, want to change, next year was there's still some communication regarding getting the IRO money, because we still don't have the IRO money for the spring. And it's kind of a painful process right now, because we have the report, but we don't have the, let's say, any news back if it's okay, or do we like have to change something or do something about it? So my whole year goal would be like finalizing the process of getting the money, sending the reports, and then getting the money again for the semester, because yeah, it's complicated, I guess, and when I think it's the bureaucratic process that is stopping us right now from getting the money. So yeah, and I don't want to leave like these people alone. I want to help them actually, and because we have actually less people right now in the like going to the positions right now. I think my help would be really helpful for all the people because I have the extensive knowledge of WUSA and ESN essentially. So I think it would be a huge loss if I didn't apply again here. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you. So speaker list is open. Okay, Lucas, we can start with you.
Okay, Lucas, PR. My question would be to you, as this is not a new position for you, you're applying again. Do you see any mistakes that you've made, and how would you tackle them right now?
Okay, let me think. Okay, the first mistake was definitely making the IRO budget for one semester. I would definitely make it a whole year. And yeah, there's also miscommunication regarding this because we vote as a whole year, so yeah. Probably make the IRO budget for the whole year.
Okay, thank you, Victoria.
Victoria, ESN University Board. Ubina, I have a question regarding this year. So there is no question, you do your job really perfectly. We all know that, even in the USA. But this year we had this kind of like problem that new members that are coming to our organization, they're quite not informed how to deal with all the invoices and all that stuff, especially in LA committee. So, and I mean, and we were all just talking about it, but nobody did anything about it. So my question is, because you are going to be the responsible person of the treasurer position, did you already think of something like, I don't know, maybe kind of template or something like how to try to explain it to them?
Maybe I think what the solution would be that I should join the meeting and explain everything, like in the first month of the year, I guess. When we have new members, I explain them how this works, and yeah, I explained it for the board. The coordinators actually quite frequently about this because, yeah, it's quite complicated in our section. But I can definitely do it again if they needed to, and they need if they say they need to, if they see that there is a confusion from it.
Okay, thank you. Arturas? Is there any reaction? Questions, and later it's Arturas.
Hello, Arturas, ESN Vilnius University President. So as you mentioned that, other positions are more involved, like more talking to the people. Now it's already automatic, and you're right, you don't very prefer this frequent communication, but as it seems that right now we're gonna be, if the proposal for going to the board is passed through, the board has a lot of communication. Like, is there sometimes like you would be requested to participate in the call instead of like vice president if they're not available? So how would you handle that?
Yeah, I would definitely, if there's someone who needs help or change the person for the meeting, I would definitely do that. I did that many times in WUSA actually, so it's not a problem. But for me, the communication, internal communication is fine actually because I'm kind of reachable. So I think it should be the problem. My problem is that I still cannot have a, like my team, like coordinate, like if I have some numbers, like if there's a treasurer, like committee, that's the main problem that will be happening. But with the board, it's fine and coordinated, like, yeah. Yeah.
You have two questions.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
okay.
so since you said like coordinators, right? Like
Yeah.
you don't have people in your committee.
Yes.
I'm interested to have people like who are treasurers, especially since if you're going to be going to the board, their position will be open. Like, sorry, not this position, but like you'll be needing the next person after you to prepare. How do you plan to tackle that?
Oh, yeah, that's I still don't have like an answer for that actually, because I have to like see the person if it's like the person knows how to budget and like that. Like if I see like if it moves to the board, I would see like anyone from the coordinators actually if they like, do something like for me to like, they're like, okay, you will be like my vice treasurer for a month. Like I would see like for maybe for a month to see if they like tackle the problems that we will be tackling with the like money I guess.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Lucas. Before we move to Lucas, I suggest closing the speaker list. Any objection? Okay, Leah. Any other objections? Okay, so thank you. The speaker list is closed.
Lucas, PR, I have another question that just kind of came in my mind. So you're working alone. You're one of a kind because this position, no one really, it doesn't really connect to anyone. How would you try to find a successor?
Well, I just like sent to Arturo right now, like I answered Arturo's question because his question was kind of similar, that I would probably first see from the vice coordinators and coordinators that are like really active and maybe like ask them if they want to try something like the vice treasurer for like a whole month, I guess, and like divide the work if that's needed and see how the person works. And yeah.
Okay, thank you, Leah.
Okay. Mayor, Vice President, so if I'm elected today as a president, you know, we will be working together. Is there anything like you would expect from me?
Well, I expect from you clear communication and fast communication. Obviously, that's the most, that's the first thing that comes to mind with the president. And yeah, and just being there for the whole team, always, and yeah, supporting us.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Moving on to the position of board member with Aslan. I would like to ask you to come present your presentation. Yeah, 7 minutes. 7 minutes presentation, 7 minutes question.
Okay, so my name is Aslan. I'm the current events coordinator, and I'm here for as a candidate for the ESN Vilnius University board member position. Basically, I'm 21 years old. I am a medical student, and currently I have 2+ years of experience in ESN, where I've attended numerous events which would take too long to count, so I'm just saying numerous over 2 years, and then national assemblies, NEF, the EGM in Sevilla, and so let's start with the vision. So we first of all, I have the mission alignment which is ensuring that the ESN Vilnius activities and decisions, they align with its mission and core values, which at the end of the day, our main priority are our students. So to make sure that whatever we are doing is benefiting the students and not going in the opposite way and harming them. Then we have strategic planning. Of course, we are developing and overseeing the implementation of plans like action plans. You have goals, objectives, you have priorities, you have categorizing them on how important they are. And yeah, basically, strategic planning, as you could say, you have action plans. Then we have risk management. So this is just managing and identifying risks. So when there are certain proposals that are made, some changes, some rules to be implemented, seeing what risks they present and whether or not they will be beneficial to the section or not. Because it's not just if we do something wrong, it's not just ESN Vilnius University will be affected, it's the whole of ESN's name that will be affected. So, yeah. And then it's more of, as I would say, advisory role because I'm here because using my experience, and also if I get elected in the national level, I'm gonna be the one providing the information as soon as possible, like getting guidance, support, feedback, as I say, and if anyone has any doubts, any contacts. So I could be doing this as an ex-member, but I feel like I can do more when I'm inside. So yeah, and also general expertise and experience. Thank you. This is to say thank you for the current team. Whatever ups and downs we had, I really enjoyed working with you guys, and yeah, by the amount of meetings I attended, yeah, I stayed with you guys more than my girlfriend, believe it or not. It is what it is.
Okay, thank you, Aslan, for the presentation. Speaker list is open. We start with Arturas.
You can do the next one.
Okay, Arturas, ESN University President. So, as previously, we're going for, planning to go for national level, and in the event if whether the deadline will be extended or not. If the deadline will be extended, right now they're during this National Assembly upcoming, there is a most likely proposal so that coordinators as well as board will not be able to engage in the local section. So in the event of you going to the position of the national level and being elected, which would be you choose? Do you continue to go to the national level, or you would remain in the local and the board?
I would say if that situation occurs and they switch the coordinators to also vote in national level, then I would prioritize national level, but I will make sure to find myself a replacement, and I will still stay in ESN to help out in the local section.
Yeah. Second question, just a clarification before that. They're not planning to move coordinators to the board. It's just that the coordinators will not be able to be part of their local sections.
Oh, okay, okay.
Or be the emotional way if the change will be passed through. So yeah, the second question would be, how would you, in the event if that change does not go through and you go for national level, Gabe here had a lot of challenges, being in between the local member board and coordinator of IT in the national level. How are you planning to manage your time, especially with being a medical student and with having other responsibilities like girlfriend? So yeah.
I would say right now, this year, regarding my studies, this year was the hardest year, I would say. Because I had both the universities, the lectures, and also the hospital, which next year the lectures and stuff, most of them are going away, which is an amazing thing. So I will have a lot of time left. And also, regarding the question about my girlfriend, she might leave Lithuania, so I will still have time. So, yeah, I'm making me sad now. Yeah. So I will be having a lot of time. And I would say I would spend more time in ESN to distract myself, honestly. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Gabrielis. Can you remind me with your name? Yeah. Yeva, thank you.
Yeah, so I didn't see anything mentioned about the standing orders. Have you, like, what is your knowledge of our current standing orders of our section? Because that's the main document that sort of dictates how our section works, how certain procedures happen. So again, as far as I know, the current version is in Lithuanian, so that might be a problem until it's translated. Also, the second question would be, would your lack of knowing fluent Lithuanian be a hindrance to you? Because, for example, I don't know what the situation was, but Vika had to go to the faculty administration, ask for permission for jungtiniai rūmai, and I had the pleasure of talking to Kęstutis. Let's just say, I don't think he's a fan of foreigners based on what he said about ESN, and I had to listen to that for like 5 minutes. So, if you're asked to do that, how are you going to handle that?
To answer your first question, basically, I am looking very forward to a knowledge transfer, and also, like in this world right now, you can probably translate almost anything. I'm currently working in LIMSA, also I'm a part of the Lithuanian Medical Association organization, and they really like to not use English in any of the official documents. But I am still holding my coordinator position in that organization by just using Google Translate, ChatGPT, etc. to translate documents and then verifying them with the Lithuanian print. So, yeah. That is that. And what was the second one?
Going to someone like Kęstutis who probably doesn't know English at all, and having to communicate with them, even though you're probably not a fan of our organization.
Well, if communication, usually I go by using Google Translate, it's not that big a problem, but if it's a guy who does not like foreigners at all, I admit that will be tricky, and I guess it can be done by, if it causes a negative impact to my organization, to ESN, then I will personally not go myself, because then it would be a shitty thing to do and send someone else instead. Yeah. Other than that, my best idea was to try to make him change values, be the first one to, yeah.
That's wishful thinking.
Thank you.
First one to make him like foreigners, maybe over a beer. Everyone likes beer, so.
Thank you. Let's try to limit our answer for 1 minute maximum. We're going to move to Eva, then Victoria. I suggest after that, closing the speaker list. Any objection? Okay, speaker list is closed. Eva and then Victoria.
Okay, so we talked about making a treasurer or board member, and then we all, I think, kind of stand agree that it's a problem that the board doesn't talk about finances, and I believe that will change. That's my understanding. Okay. And yes, and you as an events coordinator, you do deal with finances at almost every event. So how can you, as events coordinator, what kind of experience can you give and what kind of knowledge can you give to the board from your side as an events coordinator about budgeting?
Well, budgeting has always been a tricky part, but I'm glad, like me and Ogni had a way to budget, and I'm glad she is still going to be treasurer, so I don't have to change the way we budget, which was we meet up once a month, exchange all the invoices and receipts and get the payment. But and regarding talking about money in the board, I would say we do talk about it in the board, because if you take, we will have events like, for example, we'll have NET coming up, we'll have the next EGM coming up, we'll have TEACH and like other ones, and we will need money for it. And those decisions are made by the board on how many people to send, how much money do we have, and also about allocating funds, because you don't go to a coordinator and tell him, hey, how much money do you want from the money? You don't ask him how much money you want, kind of. You make the decision in the board, and then you tell him, okay, your yearly or semester budget is this. You need to do your events and make sure they hit this budget, and the coordinator needs to do that.
Thank you. Victoria, please, your question. Okay, but straightforward, and Aslan, please, straightforward answer.
Would you please comment how you evaluate the work of this year's board?
Okay, if I'm being completely honest, Gabe, with you, I felt like you were more focused on the national level, which I will keep in mind myself as a reminder because of you, but yeah, I felt like you were really focused on national level and you didn't really give more focus to the local events that were happening, and during some crucial moments we really needed that. And Victoria is kind of the, like I stand on the same with you, you were more invested in Musa, and you didn't like, I can count the number of times I saw you in our board and coordinators meeting in one hand. So yeah, throughout the years. So I just feel like a little bit more investment, just to get a bit more closer would have been appreciated.
Thank you. Second question, Victoria. Quickly.
Yes, but the board is not only like it's whole board, also president and vice president, whatever, and PC coordinator. And another question is, in our board, all the decisions are made by board, in our section, sorry. So my question, will you honestly, like when making any decisions, will you, can you promise us all here that when you're gonna make decisions, you're not gonna be having like, judging everything according to emotions or other opinions or feelings to people or not, but you're gonna be rational, you're gonna be trying to evaluate the actual work of people, for example, when deciding something. Yeah.
So to answer the last part of the first question regarding, so first we had Karina, who I would say did a pretty good job, but still could have focused more on internal HR matters. And then we have Arturas and Leah. So Leah is new, but she is doing exceptionally well for her position at least. She is enthusiastic and she's trying. So and our plans are working, so which is very nice to see. Yeah, and with Arturas, it was just random, I would say. Like sometimes I would be like, oh, he's such an amazing guy. Sometimes I would be like, why the fuck is he the president? So yeah, but it's just emotions vary throughout the semester. But overall, we got through it. Nothing too bad happened. So yeah, and to answer your, what was your second question?
It's okay, I'll write it up.
Oh wait, yeah, regarding the decisions made by emotions, I always say that I ask 3 people before I make the decision, and one of them calls me stupid, I don't make the decision. So yeah, I don't make it myself. I always ask people to get feedback.
Okay, thank you, Aslan. We move on to the upcoming presentation with the upcoming, hopefully, president, Leah.
Spoiling my presentation was possible.
Okay, Leah, you have 7 minutes presentation. Please
Okay.
follow that.
Oh, this, okay, hi everyone. So today I stand before you as a candidate for president's position. Next slide, please. So, oh, it's working. So you know how people, when they see Tesla, they immediately see also like Elon Musk, the next one. This kind of like goes along the way, you know, those two people. Same with Amazon and Jeff Bezos, Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg, and you know where this is going. So you know, with me, it would be like, you see Vilnius University, ESN Vilnius University, and you would see me. No, actually, I'm kidding. My sister said it was a really funny joke, so I just put it. Next one, please. Yeah, let's get to this serious part. Yeah. So some things about me. So yeah, I studied international business in the University of Groningen in the Netherlands for a year and a bit. That didn't work out. I came back to Lithuania. I worked as a sales manager in this one company. I learned a lot about leading and taking responsibilities and how it affects the whole team. Then I applied for global marketing studies here in the EU. I got accepted, of course, and then I decided to join ESN because I was so sure, especially from the Netherlands, like I participated in ESN Groningen events, so I saw how fun it was and I wanted to try it from the organizational part. Next one. Oh yeah, I joined as an events committee member. So yeah, events attended is like the probably a bit broader one. So yeah, 2NA is the one I was as a volunteer, the second one as a sections delegate, then one local boards member, local board meeting, sorry. That one I was still a candidate for vice president, but I still went, and it was the first time that I met all these people, like from all over the place, most of the sections, national level president and so on. Yeah, I went with Ogna, we were as group leaders, 10 travels trip to Lapland, Finland, so you guys, you see, being in ESN actually sometimes gives you some amazing opportunities. Then 2 VSR trainings, so 1 PCP training, 1 spring training, where I learned a lot from HR's perspective. Then I Vilnius, so this one was kind of unexpected. I registered as a participant, but ESN Lithuania needed my help, and I was present at the stand where people, it was kind of like an info market, so people came in and they asked questions about ESN. It was fun to represent it. Then with events and HR committee, so you can see, organize those various events from street friendlies, karaoke parties, international dinners, welcome parties, with HR's one presenting session actually, and some informal gatherings. Next one, please. Yeah, so why this position? Actually, the ones that were part of the extraordinary meeting that we held when you guys selected me as vice president, I had the same 4 statements, but the meaning behind it now has changed. So, chance to make a change. Before it was more about internal stuff, so like the perspective of all of you guys internally, how we can all work together with the coordinators, how you all, want to keep on that communication and get things done, and be strong as a team. Strengthen ESN view section. This one, again, goes 2 ways. So the first one is the internal one. If we have the strong team, if we all are, trying to work and be better together, then, at the end, we can represent our section well. And the external part would be, of course, working with IRO, USR, working with ESN Lithuania, all the presidents of the sections, all of us, we can, connect and make a change. Personal development, of course, so as I'm studying business subject, of course, I will probably open my business one day, and it's a great practice for this role, how to lead team, or how can I enhance my skills. Then networking, of course, is one of the most, one of the most important things, just like knowing people and meeting them. You never know where it's going to help you, how it's going to help you, how you will affect them, or they will affect you. So, yeah, now the goals. So this one, the next one slide, please. So I have a brain of a fish, so I have a bit of a notes here. So represent the section and Vilnius University community. So this one is all about, as I'm going to be a new person walking into this position, I need to build and maintain strong relationships, again, with VSR, IRO, ESN Lithuania, and all of that, other stakeholders. So, scheduling regular meetings with your representatives, ESN Lithuania, and so on. Like all of us, we could discuss important matters, of course, that concerns our international students. So it is important to maintain this relationship, especially as now Artūras does it, of course, but now I'm going to be a new person coming into this position. I'll have my different ways of doing stuff, so we have to work together, find a common ground, Then actively engaging in local international student community events that are organized by you, other universities, so we need to raise our ESN Vilnius University awareness, so just people would want to join our section. Even people from other universities would say, oh yeah, Vilnius University events are so cool, I want to be part of it, or just maybe participate, must not necessarily be a committee member. And yeah, also, the second one thing. Yeah, strengthen team leadership and coordination. So this one, I was thinking about implementing regular training sessions for coordinators to enhance their leadership and leadership management skills, because I feel like if the coordinator is shitty, then the team, even though they have a lot of talent, they have a lot of skills, it's not going to be used. It's just going to be a complete waste of human resources. So it is important for them to, participate in those workshops together with HR, with hopefully Vice President. We can invite ESN alumni, VSR alumni. They can give us important tips on how we can, work further. Yeah, I know. And also maintaining weekly board meetings. We would ensure that the whole team is updated constantly and everyone knows what's going on in our section. Another slide. Ensuring sustainable growth. Yeah, you can read this. So you actually probably don't know what it means, but it's more of focusing on strategic growth of our organization, of our section. So just not focusing entirely on the routine things. We're just we do tasks one after another, then we forget to maybe think of the future plans. So as a business student, for those who are not business students, I would like to start with conducting a SWOT analysis. So it's strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. So it's about analyzing the environment that we are, and we can from there do a lot of, oh my god, the time. We can just try to plan accordingly. And the last one, but really important one, financial management and budgeting. So of course, working with OVINA, that's a real priority to me. So we would prepare accurate and transparent budgets for our section. It's important to show other people and ourselves that we are planning wisely and we're smart about this and we're not wasting money on things that are not necessary. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Speaker list is open. We can start with Lucas.
Hello, Lucas, PR. I have 3 questions.
Then you need to register twice. You're allowed with 2 questions.
Okay, then I have 2 questions. And then I'm going to have more questions anyways. So first of all, I would like to start with by asking you to name 3 strengths and 3 weaknesses about yourself.
Okay. Strengths. Okay. I have good social skills, I believe. I have good leadership skills. And responsible. Weaknesses. I can procrastinate, of course. I can sometimes mess up with time management, but then at the end somehow it works out, so I don't know. The third one, oh my god. Maybe sometimes I can be impatient with some people, but I'm trying to work on it.
Okay. My second question would be, and I'm going to quote you, you said that everyone in our committee, in our section was, and I quote, shitty. Could you please, you said that. You said if. Okay, first of all, maybe I was just. Anyways, okay, anyways.
That was a question.
Yeah, that was a question.
We're losing time, so please let's move forward. Arturas,
Do I answer that?
he got confused. It's okay.
Okay, so Arturas, ESN Vilnius University President. Two questions. First one, something that I struggled with throughout this 2 years mandate, like maybe this second mandate, is burnout and exhaustion. How are you planning to tackle these things? How to avoid them in order so you don't have the same experience?
Okay, so I always try to plan as much as I can, even though sometimes I try to do stuff, you know, just randomly on a whim, but I'm trying to tackle this and actually plan stuff. And if I see that, you know, my schedule is full, I see that, you know, there's no place in hell like I can fit everything and to do everything. I'm not gonna take on new tasks. I'm not gonna, even though, you know, people might expect from me, you know, oh, you should do that. Maybe let's organize some kind of a, I don't know, event. And I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna say no. So it's like one of the important things to learn to say no, because sometimes I struggle with that. But yeah, what else? And just overall, like leisure time too, like doing sports, just having fun with friends, not forgetting studies too. So like it's everything is connected to it.
Okay, yeah, good luck with that. And the second one would be, you currently do not have any candidate for the vice president. And then the responsibility of managing the coordinators, managing the team, and other vice president responsibilities are on you and board. How are you planning to tackle that? Are you planning to somehow try and get a vice president like in the upcoming months? So that would be my question.
Good question. So about this one, I actually have a lot of faith in our HR committee, and especially the new candidate that I hope is going to be elected. So together with Dominika and Ostea, and I feel like we can attract even more HR people. From there, I feel I could try to help some help at the start, whereas I still don't have the candidate, but of course I would be trying to look for it. I don't know, maybe talk to people in our section, maybe the previous alumni, or even just overall people I feel like people in our section could do it, like someone, if they have, even the ones that are joining online, I see a lot of potential there too. So yeah, I will keep searching, and at first, like, of course, I will have to probably just do it myself, relying a bit more on HR, but I believe we can do it because we already make a good team, so yeah.
Thank you. We move to Victoria and then Lucas. I suggest closing the speaker list. Any objection? Okay.
Good action. I don't know why each year each president writes that we need to strengthen our section, but because it's the best one in Lithuania, so it's very strict. And then my three questions. Victoria is a university board member. Since you're going to be the representative, official representative of the section, and you're going to work with ESN Lithuania, how would you evaluate the work of the current ESN Lithuania board and coordinators?
Lithuania board and okay.
You will get less time. Be careful.
No, actually, as I joined like vice president's position quite recently, and only then I started like more into like the national level, meeting new people, and I feel like they are doing as best as they can, to be honest. Like I see that everyone is trying, and I feel like a lot of people, they wouldn't be in those positions if they wouldn't want to make a, I don't want to say make a change, but just help out international students, be there for them, try to, make this organization even larger in terms of like Lithuania. So I feel like, yeah, I'm positive about their work, and I really hope that now that there's a struggle with like finding new candidates for president's position and so on. So I just hope that it will work out and we will have strong national boards.
It's the comment because I have another question.
Yes, reaction.
So ESN Vilnius, regarding the, we're in the best section anyway, so there's nothing to strengthen. So the thing is that, for everything, nothing is perfect. There's always a way to improve things. And from your, what I see from your section that is lacking, your president not responding to other, sections on time, always being late.
Okay, guys.
Or
we're not here to criticize each other, so please let's move on and not to compare each other. So please, moving on to, do you have any other question, Victoria?
And another question is, each year we plan lots of trainings and you plan to do it as well, but we never do them. What is the problem with it? Like, why we never have focus on our people? We always have focus on our students.
Yeah, that's actually good. Yeah. So what I feel like sometimes we forget that there's always people that can help us out. So it was the thing with our like HR working together with the HR committee. We felt like, oh my God, how are we gonna like do the training? But then we started thinking, oh, we also have USR. We also have ESN alumni. We have all those people that have all this great knowledge and experience. And I think we should rely a bit more also on not being scared to help, like ask for help from them. But it's not even help, it's just like, yeah, you guys, if you believe in our mission, if you believe in us in a way, and I feel like, yeah, it's just, again, the motivation question for our members themselves. Like, we can plan all those amazing workshops and so on, but if no one is gonna show up, so it's just like, we have to internally communicate about the advantages, like all the time, like what are you gonna gain from it?
Okay, Lucas, PR, first of all, I apologize about the second question. So my two questions would be to you. First up, as you said already, that we don't really have a lot of people who come to general meetings. How would you tackle this problem in general?
I feel like there's a problem the fact that sometimes we start doing things later than it should have been done. Oh my God. It should have been done. So for example, the same thing, like when new members join, we do not use that opportunity to actually get them involved, to actually understand like why are they here, like what's the community, and how them being here can actually, again, like what are the advantages. So it's all about, again, like with the older members, now we're trying like to do more informal meetings, everything, so that we all would get to know each other. And when you know those people, then you're gonna be showing a bit more respect. And then, when there's a general meeting, there's a local assembly, people will show up.
Thank you. And my second question would be, this is a very fun question. Have you noticed any, not flaws, but just in general, things that our current president was bad at, and how would you try to tackle them?
Is this some kind of roll session?
It's not a roll session, it's a normal question.
Okay, so maybe as all of you mentioned here, I probably also noticed that the response time, but it's just like, okay, we know this did happen. I'm a person that always, okay, I want to say always responds, but like, if I see that I cannot be present, I will text you, I will let you know, because I hate when people don't do that. Like myself, I try never to be that person who's gonna be, oh, yeah, call me day and night, I will answer, and then there's no one to be found that time. So I feel like I would certainly try to, not try, but will communicate. And if I'm busy, I will let you know. And if I'm not, again, I will let you know. Oh, another one. It's just like what.
Please let's keep it straight.
The last, just, I will not take up too much work. Apolos himself, he said that sometimes we would take too many projects and then you will have to like remove them because you don't have enough time. So I will not do that mistake.
That's noted here. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your presentation. And we're moving on to the voting procedure. Guys, we already went through the rules, so I'm gonna repeat them very quickly. So I make sure that everyone knows about it. Since the quorum is here, we have more than 50%. The voting is valid if more than 50% of the member of ESN are present. So we had it because we have people online. And simple majority regulation, please make sure that you don't put abstain if you don't agree on your candidate. Put no if you don't agree, and yes if you agree. Abstain is not counted. So yeah, that's it. I think that's what's important to know right now because we exceeded the time. So now you're gonna receive emails where you're gonna be able to vote, so please make sure to vote secretly. And yeah, after that we're gonna have a break. So yeah, nothing. مش لازم كل يرجع ولا لسه؟ بلا بس قلت لهم I will extend it for the next conversation.
On 39 طب في اثنين
Then with this Gorilla Cycle called like broadcasting and stuff, just a black window with no sound.
Then you have 5
Okay,
minutes
now
to announce them.
it's on.
It's too early to go.
Yeah. I cannot, like, if they're on that, I can't. I'll be at the alcoholic father.
Who's missing? Gabe, is someone missing?
Fucking go ahead.
Okay guys, thank you. So now we're moving to the voting result with Aaron, our scrutinizer that was voted in the beginning of the election.
Okay, interesting results. Oh, thank you. Okay, the first question was, do you approve the proposal to reduce the number of board members at ESN Vilnius University from 2 to 1 and add to the position treasurer to the newly vacated board position? So, we had 3 abstains, 6 no's, and 16 yes. And the second one, do you approve Dominica for the candidacy of ESN Vilnius University HR coordinator? We had 0 abstains, we had 3 no's, and we had 22 yeses. Then the next one is, do you approve Eva for the candidate's position of events coordinator? We had one abstain, we had 2 no's, and we had 22 yeses. Next up, we have ESN Vilnius University PR coordinator position. Greta applied for it, and we had 0 abstains, we had 0 no's, and we had 25 yeses.
25, there's 24.
No, we have 25.
Yeah, refresh the screen.
Yeah.
And then next up we have ESN Vilnius University treasurer position. Ugna applied for it, and we had 1 abstain, 0 no's, and 24 yeses. Do you approve Azamati for the candidate's position of ESN Vilnius University board member? We had 2 abstains, we had 4 no's, and 19 yeses. Do you approve Leia's candidacy for the position of ESN Vilnius University president? We had 0 abstains, we had 2 no's, and 23 yeses. So everyone got elected? Congratulations.
Okay, congratulations for the new board. Now we're gonna have exactly 5 minutes appreciation round. So be very straightforward on your appreciation. Please, 30 seconds appreciation. Then we have the closing speech with Arturas. And before we have appreciation round.
Yes. Now for appreciation.
Yeah.
All right, so I would like to invite the current PNC team to the stage for the appreciation round. Everybody in the audience can say their appreciation. Reminder, people in the online can also write their comments. Thank you. Current, not current.
Newly elected, the ones that exist.
Newly elected for the current for the appreciation round. For Shinya, that involves you as well.
What is manager do?
Okay.
She's the vice president.
Speakers list is open. If you have any appreciation, please raise your hand. Speakers list is open. The people online, you can comment or say anything live.
Maybe as communication manager at ESN Vilnius, I could maybe show my appreciation to Lucas because I worked very closely with him during national events when I was the OC member, and he was one of the PRs that actually were cooperative and responding to me fast and helping me out with the PR related things. So I just show that I appreciated that.
Thank you, Uriam. Anyone has any other appreciation? The people online, if you have any comment, we can read it. Just type it in.
Okay, maybe I can go as is in the London.
Go for it.
I mean, I wasn't here for a long time. I was like for one full semester as Aslan's vice coordinator. And we had our ups and downs in the team overall. But what can I say that I really enjoyed my time with you guys, and it taught me a lot, and I really appreciate you being as part of my life. And I still love hanging out with you, as you can see. So yeah, I'll still see you in the future, and I still will have time and energy to come to the events and help out if anything needed.
Thank you. What was your name? Anastasia.
I guess it's just a huge appreciation for the whole team for keeping such a strong front throughout the year and getting such high expectations for the next generation, for the next year.
ESN photos or any other photo.
there's also like OC stuff for national level events. Whenever I tested it, I was like, apply for this, but it's like, yeah, okay, and I didn't apply and I didn't put in the work. So just from the national level side also, I appreciated that. I appreciated that I had people to reach out to, and then I knew if they apply, they will do a great job. And for Gabe as well, even though we mostly had, communications related to national level stuff, with you, sometimes when I couldn't reach afterwards, I was able to reach you, and I needed help a few times when it comes to communication between, again, like when I was the OC of events or stuff, or when I, like, just as a ESN business member, when I have to contact you, someone is nice to you were reachable in case any other board members were, so thank you.
Okay, so first of all, I want to say thank you for luring me into this position. You succeeded. Another thing I really want to mention for Arturas, then I just came and we had strategic planning, and I was just like, what is this? Why is it working out the way I'm used to? And I cannot forget the fact that you listened every single thing that I was saying about my knowledge, even though I was a member and you were the president of the ESN Vilnius University, and it really made me realize that hierarchy doesn't even exist in ESN in our section, so I'm really thankful for that. Even though you had to listen to a lot of shit on me.
Okay, so if no one have anything, I will go. So thank you guys for the amazing year. I didn't spend so much time with each of you, but at least Arturas, I've knew you for 2 years, I think, so far. And Gabe has to deal with me for a lot of bullshits. This is a different topic. But for the rest of the board, it was nice having you. Some of you are going for NL, so we'll see you there, hopefully. We're going to work together. The others, we're going to also see each other at least around. So thank you so much, and thank you for the invitation as well. And we'll hope to see you again. And you did an amazing work, I don't think anyone doubts that.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, so speakers list is closed, and now closing words with Arturas.
Well, I think apparently the board member, Victor, wants to congratulate and have some comments. So, Leah, I would also like to invite you to the stage.
Yes, so first of all, small initiation round. First of all, from the USR, Arturas, I believe that you already have lots of our merch, so we just want to give you one more small thing to have the USR next to your heart all the time on the phone. Thank you for all the years, 2 years, it's a lot, and thank you for being there. Because, I mean, when our section went down, Arturas was there, and now it's up again. You did an amazing job. And then Leia, for you also, it's a congratulations from the USR. It's a bottle, empty, but I guess I hope there will be lots of water because you're gonna need it. And stay hydrated, as ESN says, drink more water. And I hope to see all your team and you involved in the USR, as we always had this connection during many, many years. And I'm still staying in the USR, so I hope we're going to have lots of collaboration together. Thank you for taking this responsibility to be ESN Vilnius University president, because being a president is difficult, because if you fail, the whole organization fails. So we believe in you, and I hope all the team believes in you, and we wish you the best luck. It's from the USR, and one more thing. So in our office, there is no plant, and there always was what? There is no, but you can close it. It's already like after.
This is the closing speech.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
in our office there is no plan, so I always wanted to have this plan, so I give it to you and to all your team to have it, and I hope that it's gonna grow very, very, very tall and big, and yeah. And one more small thing, the last one. So, I thought that we with presidents, we don't have anything like what we give from one president to another, so I created it. There are your 24, 25 goals for this year, and I just want to read them all so that you will sign them and you will implement them. And next year, we're gonna give to another president. So, remember to take care of your team, right? Right? Make at least one ESN Vilnius University alumni meeting. Vote against in national assemblies if needed. Take care of the office. Collect feedback from our students. Finish our statutes. Ask for help when needed from us. Order the jumpers for your team because this year we couldn't do it. And Lea and your team become the best section of ESN Lithuania one more time again. Please sign and yeah. Of course. More gold. I can make a small photo and I.
Later. You have to close it.
Yeah.
Can you turn it around so I can show you this one?
It will be like under a minute.
2 minutes. Clothing word. Okay, so we finished with clothing word with Arturas, 2 minutes.
Okay, so I think all that was needed to be said is said already. So I have one last thing to remind you all that all of you here in the audience, online, you're part of our section. And being part of this section, when you're organizing the events, you're making the visuals, making the HR trainings for the section, you're making the experience of the student who come here for half a semester. Just usually the Erasmus experience is something that they remember for the rest of their lives. So you're making that experience great. And last thing is that all of you here, you are future team leaders, business owners, entrepreneurs. I believe it. All of you will be great people. And I'm looking forward to see where you go. One last thing is just please stay in touch, not run away from each other, and always be there for each other when it's needed. Thank you. I now officially close the local platform number 8.
You gotta finish with all right.
All right.